Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. How are we today? So, obviously, in the last episode, we're on our way down to Adams. Obviously, stayed there for the weekend, but I was very tired last night, and literally, it was pitch black as well. I didn't get home till about midnight, so to throw an episode at you at midnight would just be tough going, especially when I've got to concentrate on not falling asleep at the wheel. Oh dear, it was a tough weekend. When I say tough, I don't mean like difficult. I mean, it was more just tiring. Did a lot over the weekend. But thank you so much for joining me on this episode. I do really appreciate you tuning in and just making sure that you're listening to my ramblings each and every time. I do love it. Thank you so much. So please do like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell, and head over to Patreon so you can get those extra episodes. And for just £3 a month, 10p a day, you can literally get loads of different little bits and pieces that others may not. Also, if you're listening on audio channels, please do give me a 5-star review. Obviously, that's preferable, but if not, then please do just say what you mean and feel what you say. Honestly, that's all I ask. So yeah, about the weekend. God, there's some traffic today. So about the weekend, pretty decent. God, there's traffic today. Pretty decent. We was going to go to the gym. He somehow avoided doing that. But to his word, he has stuck to his diet. He tries to do it as much as possible, but still the portion sizes are a little bit out of whack. But one step at a time for the man. He's currently in ketosis. So he's currently in ketosis, and he's feel like he's shredding a couple of pounds. But in all honesty, the portion sizes and the amount that he eats needs to come down a bit, if all honest. But one step at a time. If he can keep this up and just eat minimal amount of carbs, and he feels like he's actually doing something towards what he wants, then who am I to complain at that? At least he's doing something. But we had a night in the pub on the Saturday. Watched a band. I mean, the band were okay. They were very niche. All I'm saying that, not my type of band. Not something I felt that I could vibe to. It's all like Rammstein and all this kind of thing. It's too heavy for me. Didn't really enjoy it. But no, we had a good time in the pub. That was fine. That was on Saturday. And then a Sunday was supposed to be Grand Prix Day, wasn't it? Obviously cancelled that. So what we ended up doing was going to the pub. We didn't open the pub, but I helped him put up some lights for the staging, and we had a few games of pool and stuff like that. We had a harvester. It was okay. It was good. It was alright. And then we just sort of chilled last night, and he had his grandson over as well, little Leo. And I managed to get more footage of him falling asleep. I'm pretty sure he's going to end up hating that. I really do, because I actually went live on Instagram and just videoed him, and people commenting on going, "Oh, for fuck's sake!" And he was snoring pretty bad. It was quite funny. Like 4 minutes of live video of him just laying on the sofa with his eyes welded shut, which is quite funny. But it was alright. I mean, to be honest with you, I was pretty shattered. But I had such an issue with my legs. I don't understand what's been going on with them lately. Like, literally, I was, I don't know whether it was because I was on my feet a lot on Saturday or what, but literally, my legs ballooned up. Like they was holding water like something else. They were so painful. And it was just agony. So I had to take some anti-inflammatories. Yes, I don't know whether it's because over the weekend I've sort of changed my diet drastically from what it is during the week. So obviously alcohol was involved, a bit of salty food was involved, quite a lot more salty than usual. And it just, I don't know whether that was the case or what, but my legs just literally ballooned up. It was terrible. And you could actually see where my socks had been resting on my ankles. And my socks weren't tight either. And I got in last night and they were still pretty swollen. Today doesn't feel too bad, but they actually felt really heavy. And when I was in the pub on the Saturday, I lifted my feet up onto the chairs and I could actually feel an element of it draining from my legs. It was just a horrible feeling. So I don't know what on balls was going on there. But I've just been in agony with my ankles for most of the weekend. So I'm really hoping that when Thursday comes, they look at that MRI and go, we could do something about it. That would be so much better. I just hope they don't pass up and go, actually, you're going to have to just live with this for the rest of your life. We shall see, and I shall update you on that, of course. We're heading into Chatham today. The traffic is pretty grotesque, if I'm honest. But great weekend. Always nice to see Adam and stuff. Would have liked to have done the whole Formula One thing with him. He's talking about going to Austin, Texas, Formula One for his birthday, and he's kind of saying, it's going to cost about £1,500. Like, what, for a flight and 1 day? That's a bit mad. But then he is 50, so he wants to do something like that for his 50th, which I'm all for doing, really. You get to do it one time, I guess. And I've never been to the Formula One, so it'd be nice to do something like that, especially for his 50th. I'm not sure I could put up with his snoring. Mind you, he was saying that I was snoring pretty bad, but I was just dead tired. Let's face it, when I drink and when when I'm very, very tired, I snore really badly. Other times, not so much. But just, when I'm absolutely banged out, shattered, it just seems like my body relaxes well too much. I was on that sofa and he was like, bloody hell, you're like clacking away. Nightmare. But the next big event coming up is my mate Gamgee's. It's his wedding in June. That's going to be a good one down in West Country. Is it West Country? Yeah. So that'll be a good weekend. Sort of head down on a Thursday, have dinner, and then wedding on a Friday, stay to the Saturday, then head home. So got some time to do that, which is really great. That's beginning of June, that one. So it's not far off at all. Not far off at all. What's the date today? It's like the 24th or something like that. So a couple of weeks away. It's going to be buzzy. Ha! So But I was thinking last night I really should get back to the whole music production thing and start making my own music again, and because I've started making sort of dabbling with sounds and bits and pieces, but nothing of real consistency has come out, and I do think I should get back. What I find difficult, right, is it's not that it sounds muddy, it just doesn't sound clear. And I don't know whether that's because of the mastering, or I don't know whether that's because of my mixing or what. whether I'm taking mud out or not, I don't know. Maybe I should try and get things less muddy. I mean, I've managed to get it a little bit louder without sort of making it sound very distorted or whatever. I'm able to do that, but now it's the muddiness. I need to sort that out really and find out how I can get it less muddy, because quite frankly these guys who are professionals, there's just an element of sparkle about it that for some reason I just can't match. And I know obviously they're using like way better technology than me, but they're still using the same programs and stuff, so why can't my mixes be as good as theirs pre-master? It should be, right? You can do the same automation using the same apps, the same plugins, using all of that. So pre-master, it should be the same level, right? And that's what I struggle with. Unless I'm being uber super critical on myself. Maybe I should invest in myself and go, right, okay. Or have I got someone to do my levels? Maybe employ someone to do my levels and then master it. Maybe that should be a thing. Maybe I'm struggling with the levels. Maybe that's the thing, I don't know. Could bounce down the stems and then send it all over, I guess. That's going to cost a lot, I think. I don't know. But what I do know is I really need to get back on this whole fitness thing. Like, my food has gone out the window because I've had a few good nights out with meals and dinners and things like that, and weekends away, obviously, with Adam. My food has been out the window, and I have noticed a little bit of weight gain, which is totally uncool. Can't be doing that. I need to be really solid this week, and just get back to the basics of what I was doing to lose that weight in the beginning. That's really where I need to be. Plus, I need to do a little bit of exercise. I know I'm not playing football on the Wednesday this week. I was literally there's not enough people, which is annoying because I was really looking forward to playing football as well. But I really don't think there's going to be enough. So I think I'm going to have to slot in some gym. It's very busy down here today. Really wish I didn't have to do this. I'm committed to it now. Committed to it. You know when like you've travelled too far not to commit to the journey. Oh dear. I do look scruffy today. I'm so sorry, guys. Literally, my hair is all a mess. My face is all a mess. I'm tired. That's what happens when you have a weekend away with Adam and you're literally drinking, eating what you want, sleeping very, very little, sleeping on a sofa as well. Because obviously he doesn't have a spare bedroom. Well, he does have a spare bedroom. He does have a spare bedroom, just not a bed to go in it. So literally, I just bed down on the sofa and put my head down on the sofa, and that's it. And that's where I stay. Ugh. It was nice to get in my bed yesterday though. Oh, literally crawled into my bed. I was like, oh, this is amazing. This is so much softer and so much better for my back. That was another thing. I had an issue with my back yesterday too. I feel like I'm just an old man, just constantly complaining about each body part that's hurting. Oh dear. Mind you, he was sounding like he was getting old. He's sounding like, I've got pains in my fingers. Oh, That's another thing. When I was catching him falling asleep for the Instagram, right? It was flicking through Facebook, and he did it again. He was there with his finger, like pretending to go through Facebook. And I showed him in a pub, and he was absolutely wetting himself, properly wetting himself. And the fact that he was continuing to scroll through Facebook without actually scrolling through Facebook while he was asleep. And then he was going on about fresh water last night. I was like, what the hell are you talking about? Going on about fresh water. And that was why he was half asleep. Like, he had no idea what the hell he was talking about. Which is kind of funny. So yeah, I do love that man. He's so funny. Like, with best mates like him, even though he's got his faults or whatever, and he does annoy me sometimes with the fact that, you know, he does neglect himself and his interests sometimes. He's a good bloke. He's a decent fella. You know what I mean? I wouldn't have been friends with him for 20 odd years if he was if he was a complete dick. But he's not. He's an actual really lovely fella. And he's one of them, you know, where, you know, if you take from him, you'll never see him ever. You never see anything from him ever again. But if you ask him, he'll give you the world. And he's just an immense fella, really immense fella. I mean, obviously we've helped each other out over the years and stuff, but yeah, me kind of doing little bits for the pub here and there just to help him out. Like the marketing and the posters and stuff like that, even though I kind of get a bit stroppy and umpy about it sometimes, like, oh, fucking hell, another fucking poster I've got to do. And it'd be like 10 in the evening, he's going, I really need it tonight, I really need it now. Oh, for fuck's sake. Even though that will happen, and I get a bit umpy about it, I still kind of want to do it because, one, it's helping him out, and two, it's kind of my little stamp on doing things, you know. Like, I've been a part of that, so when he's successful, and I firmly believe he will be successful in the end, if he sticks with it, and I hope he does stick with it. I can kind of say, well, I was part of that. It's like with the whole Zoe B Beauty thing. When I used to know Theo, his missus, well, she started off this beauty cream stuff that has since gone crazy mental and everybody wants to purchase. And he's doing really well at it, and he quit his job for it and all this kind of thing. He used to come into my business to sort of ask about advertising and all this kind of thing, because that was his job. It was part of KMFM, and we used to sit and talk about Zoe B Beauty and all this kind of thing. And yeah, if that goes global or whatever, I'll have a hand in that, because I'm the guy that designed the logo, and I gave him the slogan as well. I designed all of that. I did that, which I'm quite proud of. I mean, I'm not going to sit there and go, oh, give me 10% for the logo or whatever. It's not like that. It was literally just mates talking. I went, yeah, you should do this. This is the logo that I come up with. And then when he changed his pots to like a frosted glass with a wooden top, I helped him make a decision on which pots to go for and which kind of top, and suggested that he gets the pots engraved. Oh, I'm not even a ticket this one. Gets the pots engraved on the top. And guess what? He went and did that. So I'm like, yay. Yay. Right, we're here. I will be back with part 2 where we'll find out exactly what we're going to do for the rest of the day. So, make sure you are coming back for more. Yes, chaps, we are back, and we are done. So literally, we are on our way home. Oh, it is a beautiful day, and I cannot wait to get home and relax and chill and get some food in me as well. I'm hungry. I haven't eaten this morning. So I think really I should go to the shops really, because I need to get some food in. I don't have any food in at all at the moment, because obviously I was away for the weekend and run it down. But also I need to pump the tyres up, get a new tyre as well. It's just all spend, and nothing fun either. All fun stuff to spend my money on. Fun stuff. You ever notice though that when you've got money, like you literally have no idea what to spend it on, and there's nothing in the shops that you want to buy, and when you haven't got any money, you literally want to buy everything, or have to buy everything, or both. It's always the way. Why can't I have loads of money and loads of stuff that I want to buy? It never happens that way. It's annoying. You could say that in your best Forrest Gump voice. It's annoying. You gotta say it with loads of nasal. Annoying. Not that I'm any kind of actor at all, but you know, that would be my best interpretation of it. But yeah, it's always the way. I don't understand how that is. When you've got no money, you want to spend it on everything, and you find so many things you want to buy. When you have got money, there's sod all that you want and sod all that you want to buy. Maybe that's the truth of it, you know. Money attracts money. Or maybe that's just a social construct. I don't know. Come on, learner driver, don't just stop there. I mean, that's not good driving, that's literally just panicking and stopping. She looks petrified. Salted. Literally looked petrified. I mean, I remember when I was doing my driving, I think I was like 17 at the time, and my first lesson was on my 17th birthday, and I think I was working in Next at the time, like just a soppy little 17-year-old in a job, doing a couple of hours here and there in a shop, and yeah, literally my first lesson, I got in the car and I couldn't move the thing. They said, no, you lift the clutch up a little bit of accelerator, first gear, away you go. I was like, okay, cool. And that was after 2 minutes, I got that. And on the first lesson, I did the test route. I was like, okay, cool. And I picked it up really quick and I really enjoyed it. And I had like 12 lessons, and that was it. And I went and did my test. And I did like the theory test first of all, obviously. And I went and did the driving test. And from there, I remember on the test I did the route, and he said like take the fourth exit, but because out of habit I'd always gone down the third exit at this roundabout, I did everything right, I just went the wrong way. And he said, don't worry, you did everything right to go that way, it's just you went the wrong way. I was like, okay, fair enough. And then we did like a turn, sitting waiting at the traffic lights, and I was pretty lucky with this one because I stalled it at the traffic lights, but because there was no one behind me, it didn't affect anyone. So he said you were very lucky there, because if there'd been anyone behind you, that would have been a major and you would have failed. I was like, wow, okay. So yeah, he only gave me like 1 or 2 minors, I think it was. The first one was obviously the direction, not on the roundabout, and then the other one was when we were doing the emergency stop, I didn't stop quick enough. Okay, I mean, in all honesty, I slammed my foot on the brake and it didn't skid, but maybe I just wasn't quick enough to stop, I don't know. But either way, I passed. I remember walking through the door, I remember going, well, I was like, yeah, I passed, and it literally jumped on me, and her shoulder went and uppercutted me in the jaw. I was like, well, thanks for taking that excitement away from me by literally punching me out. So yeah, literally uppercutted me in the jaw with her shoulder. And that was that. And then yeah, I think it was, I was on my mum's insurance for her car for a little Fiesta for the first 6 months, I think it was. And then for my 18th, they went and bought me a Fiesta of my own, and I used that for like maybe a year. No, it wasn't a year, was it? I used that until I went to Spain. So I literally had 6 months of using this car, and then I sold it off to Spain. And then about a year later, I came home and drove the car to Spain, and then used it over in Spain. I can't believe that little 1.1 Fiesta, Mark II Fiesta, made it all the way to Spain. And I mean, it was falling apart by the time like I was getting rid of it, which was like 21 or something like that. It was absolutely falling apart. But yeah, I got all the way there, and I went with my girlfriend at the time, Amy, and on the way down, I think we'd been driving, and we was only about maybe an hour away from home in Spain, and this thing just went haywire and broke down. And it was literally because the fan belt had gone and it just overheated, and obviously I had to wait for the guy to come and fix it. So while we were waiting, we literally was like, okay, what do we do? So we literally had sex in the car, as 18-year-olds do, I guess, 19-year-olds do. And then yeah, the repair guy turned up, fixed it, we got on our way, and ended up getting home about 2 in the morning, to which we found the house all locked up and no one in there. So we had to sleep in the car tonight, and then when we woke up, there was in there. So okay, brilliant. So yeah, a bit eventful, and a bit of as if on the way down as well, a bit of Humpty Dumpty. I mean, to be fair, like at that age, we were absolutely rampant on it anyway. Sexy times. Something in which I've not had for a long fucking time. But that's enough of that. Anyway, that is it. Thank you so much for watching today. Thank you so much for liking, subscribing, and heading over to Patreon, patreon.com/riding shotgun. And I will see you for the next one. Take care. God bless. Love you. Goodbye.